How did you guys get together?
We get together like, we used to meet down by Randy's North Parade, and Robbie used to play at a club beside Tit for Tat where I always play, called Evil People, and we check each other's out, like when we get break, and, I'd ask him a couple questions, and some of the song I was playing for Bonnie Lee, and you see he's playing bass and them, and, argument started to come together, and Bonnie Lee booked the session. I think Robbie asked Bonnie to book the session, and he booked the session, and the first song we did together, like, as a team was a John Old song called Forgot to Say I Love You Till I'm Gone, and then Robbie asked me if I cared to join him in Peter Touch Band. I said, no problem, yeah, man, I'm ready. So I went to England with Dennis Brown. I think I went with Dennis Brown at the time, Dennis Brown first and then the Diamonds. I don't remember which one.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came back, Peter was signed to Rolling Stone Records. So we knew we had to make an album. So the first album I did was like Equal Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we started touring like with Peter in like 76. So this is where the whole Stan Robbie started developing. So Peter actually was the first person to take us on the road as a duo. Like to everybody see. Everybody was listening to record and hearing the record, but never seeing us pretty live. So with Peter Touch now, everything started to happen.
Was that the Word Power and Sound Band? Was that?
Words on a power band,
Word,
yeah, we were
Sound, and
part of it.
Power. Right,
Power, yeah.
right. What are your most memorable projects to date, Sly? You've done so many.
Well, every one of them is like memorable because of the fact that when you go into a session, you're going to put you're all in it to make it their best session. So surprisingly, everything we have put our mind to, we try to make it as good as we can, as come out. So we always look at every session as really, really, every one of them is great to us because they've done so much for us.
You know what? I heard you mention fusing. I don't think you said you fuse, but you've had many influences, including jazz and rock and so on. And I see that as, or I see you as a person who has pretty much looked outward through music cross pollination, and the results are there. You're international.
Yeah, what I do sometimes, always like I am really in for Jamaican music and the Jamaican culture. So I would take music from everywhere and try to fit it in to
Mm-hmm.
Jamaican music because I've seen people like Don Drummond and all of these great musicians doing it. So
Mm-hmm.
in our time now, the work that they have left, I say, we have to do something like what that. Take in the Latin and fuse the Latin in the reggae or dance, or
Mm-hmm.
take the Mediterranean sound, the Brazilian sound, and try to fuse it with Jamaican music because it's a Jamaican thing, but we're just showing that everything could be take the jazz and fuse it. So my backbone is really defending that flag of Jamaica, defending Jamaican music. I'm not saying all music is not good because I respect everything,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm Jamaican, so I have to defend it. It's just like you can't tell somebody to defend reggae if they're a jazz drummer. They love reggae, but they're gonna defend jazz.
Right, right.
So I have to defend reggae.
What I've seen, that the result of that, though, the result of that is because of the sound that you have created by doing that. You have huge talents, for example, a Keith Richards or a Sinead O'Connor, coming to you to work with you.
Yeah,
I have worked in music first as a broadcaster and as an executive, and I have seen the need for this type of collaboration coming from the talent pool of reggae music. I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
that we're just as good, sometimes even better, than R&B and hip hop stars. They are looking to us in many instances for trends and inspirations. Do you believe that this type of
Yeah,
collaboration should be
well,
encouraged?
the type of collaboration is really good because they have some great musicians there. And I've learned a lot from them because I've worked with people like Herbie Hancock,
Mm-hmm.
Bill Laswell. I've worked with, what's his name from England, like Jeff Beck.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked with people like Bill Laswell, great. And, they really respect where we're coming from as a musician out of Jamaica and
Mm-hmm.
playing such a big part. I've worked with, Dire Straits guitarist Mark Knopfler who produced the Bob Dylan album. And all these sessions as for great things, gold record and platinum record and things like that. So I've learned a lot from them and I know they were trying to learn a lot from us too, even if they don't say it.
Mm-hmm.
But they are wondering how can two people come out on this small island and come into this world as a German based person and dominate what it is so that they're doing that nobody else is doing. But they have some great player over there because there's a drummer that's in America I like very much. His name is Early Young. He plays for used to play for Philadelphia International,
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people. The great Alex Jackson I like very much. He's not alive today. He's dead. And so we admire all these people to take idea from them. I would take it to reggae because my forte was development of reggae
Mm-hmm.
drumming and reggae.
And in doing that, would you say it encouraged or it resulted in wider exposure, greater earning potential, and
Yeah,
branding
of course.
reggae
It
as
is
a
because a lot of people sometimes will say nobody plays the reggae like Sly. One year beat that's what they say. Now that's Sly beat. Somebody's copying Sly. But this is what I was about to do, to develop all these things and put all these technique inside of it, which cannot be taught in school. 'Cause it's
Mhm.
not. I never been to school and they teach me that.
Right.
That wasn't taught in school. So it's just my feeling by watching the people movement, people attitude, and everything made me develop that kind of technique. And being
Okay.
around so much other great musicians. And they gave me the freedom without a producer gave me the freedom to play how to produce and that musician because they could tell me I don't like it, like you're
Mhm.
playing too
Mhm.
much. But nobody tried to stop me, so it really worked out.
Yeah.
Like people like from Channel One Studio, Joseph Fukim and Joe Gibbs, all the producers in Jamaica, they gave me the red light to just do it.
Would you let me ask you this? Were you ever formally trained or you're just self-taught?
Now I'm not formally trained, I've never been to music school or anything like that. I just look at live names and look at all the drummers that play in Jamaica and all over there I've seen on TV and say I'm gonna play and but I listen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that I had this gift that I could do things, listen something and just play it differently. And then, as I say, I was looking at the reggae drumming to be respected in the world. So I knew I had to come up with something just away from just playing that basic one job. I had to do some other thing that I could, because a lot of things people say, oh, reggae drum is so easy. And when I start putting in some things, oh, man, oh, no, 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 no. This is crazy. How is he doing that?
Just innovative
Yeah,
and
yeah,
creativity at work
yeah,
there. You know, I recently watched a documentary, Rocksteady, The Roots of Reggae. You were
yeah.
there in the early days. You're still here now. I don't.
I tell you, even in the early days of those song being make, I wasn't even playing it because even after the session, somebody come to, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. I said, oh, nobody actually get me to do this. I say, you should be here because you're probably one of the youngest person here in the room.
But you've been out a long time.
Yeah,
That's
but
what they don't
you see,
realize.
it is because they tell me the youngest person in the room that imagine that the amount of work that these other people have done that they
Hmm.
could say, what, yeah, you're supposed to be the youngest person here. I
And
said,
you're
well,
still here,
uh,
Sly. And so after I have to assume that you have no plans to slow down, and I'm wondering what do we see from you next?
well, I think is sometimes you don't know because I'm trying to think, and sometimes you get the vision to just get up and do something. And like there's other people who's doing great things. Like China is doing great things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this project called End of the Yard. I just spoke to him today and tell him why everybody's talking great about the project and everything. And so we're just trying to. We don't even know what's gonna happen. We don't know if we're gonna use a dog barking to make the next hit record or something. So we're just trying to look what the people want to hear, what the people would need to hear,
Mm-hmm.
and then put that inside the music. So what are we trying to do is not do too much of the same thing that they're tired of. To just put new things that they could get, creative things that they could say, wow, this is fresh. I like
So
this.
you're always updating.
Yeah, we're always
Always
updating,
updating.
just like
Okay.
the computer. Yeah.
Well, Sly, guess what? I plan to take this further with your consent. I really want to sit down with you face to face and do a very
That, man,
in-depth
that would be good,
interview,
man.
you
Yeah, man.
know.
Yeah.
But time limits us because it's a newsletter, it's a podcast. But I
Yeah.
just want to thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and I have to tell you, we are honored. We love your spirit, and keep us apprised of the projects and the international dates.
Yeah, man.
Okay?
I want to tell you thanks for taking the time out to do this interview because I want to tell you, I was driving all the way talking to you.
Really?
Yeah. So, it's good. And, if you were the one face to face, it's probably so nice, that could just stand talk. But this was very good. This
I
was
promise
very
at the
good. I
end of
enjoyed it.
next month. Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.